है कि मिशन 2024 यानी कि वर्ल्ड कप 2024 जो यूएस और वेस्ट इंडीज में खेला जाना है वो काफी दूर है। पलक झपकते ही वक्त जो है वो बीत जाएगा एंड टीम इंडिया अपनी पूरी तैयारी कर रही है बिकॉज इनकी जो इंटरनेशनल ड्यूटीज हैं उसमें ये आखिरी सीरीज खेली जा रही है जो है अफगानिस्तान के खिलाफ। और आपका स्वागत कर रहे हैं हम लोग फॉलो द ब्लूज लाइव पर। मैं हूं सुरेंद्र सुंदरम और हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं हमारे दो एक्सपर्ट्स, हमारे एफटीवी इनसाइडर रोहन देशमुख एंड साथ में सीनियर क्रिकेट इन्फो रिपोर्टर शशांक किशोर। जेंटलमैन, आप दोनों का स्वागत है। लेकिन जैसा मैं बता रहा था 3 T20 जिसमें से पहला वाला जो T20 है इंडिया जीत चुकी है मोहाली में एंड ऑलरेडी दे हैव मेड देयर वे टू इंदौर फॉर द सेकंड T20 इंटरनेशनल। एक बार शेड्यूल जो है उस पर भी नजर डाल लेते हैं कि इंडिया के जो 3 मैचेस हैं वो एग्जैक्टली कहाँ खेले जाने हैं। 6 विकेट से ऑलरेडी एक मैच जो है वो जीत लिया है जो मोहाली में खेला गया था। व्हाट एन इनिंग्स फ्रॉम शिवम दुबे एंड रिंकू सिंह, एक बार फिर से फिनिशिंग टचेस। एंड 14 जनवरी को इंदौर में खेला जाएगा विच इज अ संडे, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी अ ग्रेट गेम। एंड देन तीसरा तो खेला जाएगा वेंसडे को at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. Wow, Indore and Bengaluru. बॉलर्स की ये तो शामत है। लेकिन नाउ लेट्स कम डाउन टू इट, क्योंकि इस दूसरे T20 इंटरनेशनल में अनदर बिग गन विराट कोहली इज कमिंग बैक एंड टीम इंडिया के लिए बिकॉज ये आखिरी T20 असाइनमेंट है। उसके बाद ऑफ कोर्स यू हैव द IPL। तो बड़ी बहस ये है कि व्हाट इज द परफेक्ट प्लेइंग 11, क्योंकि इसी बात पर चल रही है ये बड़ी बहस। विराट कोहली आएंगे, वो किसकी जगह लेंगे, दैट इज द बिग क्वेश्चन, इजंट इट? पूरी जनता जो है वो बात कर रही है। आगे आपके स्क्रीन पे भी T20 वर्ल्ड कप 2024 में विराट कोहली को किस नंबर पर बल्लेबाजी करनी चाहिए। आई थिंक मैं बहुत बोल चुका हूं। शशांक, आई विल स्टार्ट विद यू। परफेक्ट प्लेइंग 11, हम जानते हैं दैट टीम इंडिया जो है दे हैव गॉन विद यंगस्टर्स बट नाउ द बिग बॉयज हैव रिटर्न। सो I mean, it's a state of confusion if you ask me as an Indian cricket fan.
Yeah, they've made a very big call by bringing Rohit and Virat back into the mix with the World Cup just around the corner. For the game in Indore, of course, Virat, who wasn't available for the first game, is likely to walk back into the 11. So the point is, where does he come in? Does he open the batting with Rohit, which allows the team management to play an extra all-rounder in the middle order, or does he bat in at number 3 and have Jaiswal open the batting, in which case Shubman Gill misses out? That's going to be the dilemma. I think they'll start with Jaiswal and Rohit and Virat batting in number 3 because that's the role that they've seen him play for a while, and that's what gives them a lot of clarity and understanding, because they've bred Jaiswal as this batter, explosive power play batter who's got a strike rate of over 160 in T20 cricket in the IPL, and also that's the method that he's carried on playing so far in a short career for India. So I think Rahul Dravid confirmed at the press conference ahead of the Mohali game that that's what they see Jaiswal doing. So I think to begin with, Virat will probably bat at number 3, in which case Shubman Gill will have to wait his turn.
ये बड़ा है जो आपने कहा है शशांक अभी, क्योंकि जायसवाल की जो हम बात कर रहे हैं मोहाली में ही शुड हैव प्लेड, लेकिन ड्यू टू सम कंसर्न्स ही वाजंट एबल टू शुभमन ओपन। लेकिन ये जो 5 कंटेंडर्स हैं, 5 दावेदार जो हैं, टेक अ लुक एट दोस नंबर्स बिकॉज यशस्वी जायसवाल इज राइट नाउ द टॉप ऑफ द हीप। 151.7 का उनका स्ट्राइक रेट है। उसके ठीक बाद आते हैं शुभमन गिल अराउंड 148, फिर आते हैं ऋतुराज, देन कम्स विराट कोहली और फिर आते हैं रोहित शर्मा। Now, considering that आपके पास 2 T20s हैं against a side like Afghanistan, IPL, अलग-अलग franchises, रोहन, where do you stand? Because जो हमने अभी तक देखा है T20 में, everybody thought that यशस्वी जायसवाल is a lock. अगर वो spot यशस्वी की है, so then उसके साथ कौन खेलेगा? Is it going to be a no-brainer कि आप रोहित को खिलाएंगे? और जैसा राहुल द्रविड़ ने बोला, maybe the experience of Rohit and Virat Kohli should probably come to the fore.
You see, it's an interesting thing. Like Shashank said कि यशस्वी जायसवाल को जो है काफी टाइम से वो ग्रूम कर रहे हैं एज एन ओपनर, एन एक्सप्लोसिव ओपनर, लेकिन दे आर कीपिंग देयर ऑप्शंस ओपन। ये स्ट्रेट सवाल जो है राहुल द्रविड़ को पूछा गया था प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कि क्या रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली ओपन करेंगे, तो उन्होंने कहा कि सारे वो ऑप्शन क्लोज नहीं है। So in a longer term, when you're looking at a World Cup side, that option is still there, and the reason that could be is you open with Yashasvi, you play with Rohit, you play with Surya at number 3 because Shashank, if you remember when when Virat and Surya were both playing the T20s together, Virat sacrificed his number 3 position for Surya. Virat came in at number 4. Now, if you look at that lineup, then if you see Rohit, Yashasvi, Surya, Virat. At number 4, then number 5 could be Hardik Pandya. Rinku Singh, how will you drop Rinku Singh? He's playing so well at that position at number 6. Then you have your wicketkeeper. Wicketkeeper could be either Jitesh or Sanju Samson. If you look at the top 7, now India को हमेशा ये था कि हमें हमारे top 7 में लेफ्ट हैंडर्स काफी चाहिए. तो एक ऑप्शन और एक था, वो था तिलक वर्मा का. तिलक वर्मा was introduced as one of the guys who will fill in that gap. So obviously if you're looking at Virat coming back, and if he's batting at number 4, then you have Yashasvi at the top, and then you have Rinku at somewhere down in the mid in your batting order. In case if you go ahead with Rohit and Virat opening, जिसकी बात जो है ना रोहित शर्मा ने 22 वर्ल्ड कप के पहले जब सीरीज हुई थी, जब उन्होंने कैप्टन चार्ज लिया था, मोहाली में वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई थी जहां पर उन्हें पूछा गया था कि क्या ये हो सकता है, क्या विराट कोहली एंड रोहित शर्मा ओपन करेंगे T20s में, क्योंकि दोनों जो है आईपीएल साइड के लिए ओपन करते हैं. Even then at that point of time he said it is a possibility, but we didn't see that happen. We didn't see that happen throughout till the end of the World Cup. And again जो है कहीं ना कहीं वो philosophy है to keep your options open, to possibly have Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma open. उससे possibly हो ये जाएगा Virat and Rohit opening, then you have Surya coming in at 3, Tilak Varma coming in at 4, Hardik Pandya if he's fit he comes in at 5, then you have Rinku Singh coming in at 6, then again that wicketkeeper spot who is going to be there. So your top 7 look like this. Then you have obviously Akshar is there, Ravindra Jadeja is also there, that options are also open. But clearly in terms कहीं ना कहीं team management possibly has decided कि अगर Rohit has to open, and if Yashasvi is opening, then that number 4 spot you will have a right-hander. So therefore you have a left-hander, right-hander, and a right-hander going in your top 4. And Tilak Varma somehow will be missing out if Virat comes in at number 4.
रोहन, बहुत ही सही पॉइंट जो है वो आपने पकड़ा है, बिकॉज ये जो परम्यूटेशंस कॉम्बिनेशंस का खेल है वो शायद सबसे बड़ी मुश्किल होने वाली है टीम इंडिया के लिए जब आप 2024 वर्ल्ड कप की तरफ देख रहे हैं. उससे पहले लेट्स जस्ट टेक अ लुक at history, because सबसे ज्यादा numbers किसके नाम हैं when it comes to runs scored in T20s. I mean the man is right now at the top of that list. 4008 रन है, उसके बाद रोहित शर्मा है, then मार्टिन गप्टिल हैं. But I just want to bring in शशांक here, क्योंकि शशांक sometimes कहते हैं कि if you are looking for inspiration, all you need to do is look at your past. 2007 का T20 World Cup, Rahul Dravid, Saurav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar, all of them decided not to play that World Cup. Sachin की जगह गौतम गंभीर आए, maybe Rahul और सौरव की जगह रॉबिन उथप्पा ने वो innings खेली थी, and those were match-winning knocks, and we somehow thought कि okay, maybe this is the way to go. 2024, 17 साल बाद, what's the blueprint that you're looking at? क्या आप experience के साथ जा रहे हैं? You want to go with Rohit and Virat, the 2 top scorers, or are you saying नहीं, हमने अभी तक T20 World Cup जो है वो 7 के बाद जीता नहीं है, so maybe this is not working for us?
I think because there was a leadership vacuum that was created because Hardik is unavailable and also Surya is unavailable because of that ankle injury that he's had. I think there was a bit of a leadership vacuum that the team management decided to fill up top, and that's why probably they brought Rohit in. And once they decided that they are bringing back Rohit, I mean, you couldn't have left Virat out either. And I think that's the kind of communication that they may have had with both the senior players in South Africa after that second test match. I think in terms of roles, I think there is a lot of clarity from within. You will definitely see Rohit playing the kind of role that he did at the World Cup, where he is going to turbocharge his way in the power play and make the best use of it and not drop anchor and allow just Yashasvi to go. So you will probably have a situation where both the openers are going to go for it, and then probably you allow Virat to play that anchor's role and then everyone else bat around him. I think that will be the template that they look to carry forward. In terms of experience, you can't ask for more experience than Rohit and Virat. Having said that, I think the IPL will have a massive bearing on the eventual makeup of the squad. The only thing that India should look out for is a lot of times what happens is, and I think we mentioned this on yesterday's show as well, that India's top players don't often play the same role that they play for India that they do at the IPL. Example, Virat opens the batting for RCB in the IPL, whereas he's probably going to be batting at 3 or 4, as Rohan mentioned, in the T20 side. In case of Rohit, he's always opened the batting for Mumbai Indians, so there is a little bit of clarity on that front. So as long as there is continuity in terms of the role that they play in the IPL and also for India, I think, they should be good. In terms of experience, we've got all bases covered. So going back to Rohit and Kohli may not be such a bad move, especially now that we're talking about promoting youngsters. It's just that there needs to be absolute role clarity there as to what's the kind of task that they assign each of those two players going into that World Cup.
It's amazing because I've always thought that IPL jo hai, if it is just happening before the World Cup, it might just turn into an audition of sorts. But hey, you're talking about the Indian cricket team here, and बहुत सारे ऐसे खिलाड़ी हैं जो शायद out of position खेलेंगे when it comes to Team India. Like, one thing which is not going to be out of position is the captain's role, because जैसा हार्दिक पांड्या जो हैं वो injured हैं, सूर्य कुमार यादव also is injured, so Rohit comes in, and Rohit 2022 T20 World Cup के बाद as captain नहीं दिखे थे टीम इंडिया के in the T20 format. लेकिन whatever that you saw in that first T20, of course रोहित के लिए एक जो सबसे बड़ा स्पीड ब्रेकर था, या हमारे लिए भी था, we didn't really get to see him back. लेकिन ओवरऑल एज अ कैप्टन जो उन्होंने चेंजेस किए, देयर वाज आल्सो अ लॉट ऑफ बैटिंग डेप्थ. वॉशिंगटन सुंदर थे आपके पास, अक्षर पटेल थे आपके पास, इनफ बॉलिंग ऑप्शंस थे, शिवम दुबे से भी बॉल डलवाई और साथ में उन्होंने विकेट भी निकाला. देन ही गॉट अ 60. सो as captain, what's your assessment? I mean, did Rohit tick all the boxes for you, Shashank?
I think he did in terms of, it's a pity that he couldn't bat and he was run out, unfortunately. But on the field, he made all the right moves. The one thing that was refreshing to see is, more often than not in recent times, India have always gone in playing that 5 bowlers in T20 and then the batting stops at number 7 because you didn't have too many people in the top order who could bowl. So you just went in with 5 bowlers. But yesterday you saw in the first T20I that they had 6 bowling options and all genuine options. And Yashasvi Jaiswal potentially, when he comes back in, he can also bowl a few overs of leg spin. He's been groomed to play that role as well. So I think India is moving towards, shifting towards that balance where they have that extra bowler, extra all-rounder into the mix, and the batting also goes up to number 8 or number 9, which we haven't seen earlier. So going by the team combination in the first T20I, you could think that that's something that they're looking to do going forward in the next 2 games as well. But as a captain, I think Rohit was on the ball with his bowling changes, with the with the field setup, in terms of bringing in the spinners at the right time. It was really cold, it was dewy, but he ensured that the spinners got in before the heavy dew came in. So, and he also got a few overs out of Shivam Dube, as Rohan mentioned, which you ideally want, because when you're looking at a potential replacement in case Hardik isn't available for some reason, we hope he is, you want somebody to be able to step up and do the job. Shivam Dube hasn't bowled a lot in domestic cricket or even for Chennai Super Kings in the IPL. He's batted at number 4, he's done exceedingly well, so it was good to see him get a couple of overs in with the ball and also finish off the game like he did. So as a captain, I think Rohit got most things right. Probably the runs will follow soon.
Boys, I'm pretty much scratching my head with what I'm about to ask you, because this is the biggest debate, and this is not just a debate that has happened now. ये एक ऐसी debate है जो कई महीनों से चल रही है, and that is a question: हार्दिक और रोहित. And the reason I say this is because हमें पता है कि T20 World Cup 2024 में जो खेला जाना है वो IPL के ठीक बाद खेला जाना है. यहाँ पे ये सवाल आ गया, रोहित और हार्दिक में से कौन होना चाहिए भारतीय टीम का कैप्टन. So Rohan, you and I, we were crunching some numbers. कुछ numbers जो हैं हम उनको डिस्कस कर रहे थे. Here's Hardik's record. टोटल 34 मैचेस हैं जिसमें हार्दिक ने कप्तानी की है, 2 अबैंडन थे. जो 32 कंप्लीटेड मैचेस थे उसमें 15 ही हार्दिक जीते हैं और 15 हारे हैं, और 2 मैच जो हैं वो टाई हुए हैं. ऑल्सो अगर आईपीएल होने वाला है वर्ल्ड कप के पहले, सो रोहित शर्मा पॉसिबली विल बी प्लेइंग अंडर हार्दिक पांड्या द कैप्टन. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू द इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम, these are the numbers that are very important. क्योंकि आईपीएल में बतौर कप्तान वी नो दैट हार्दिक एक चैंपियनशिप जीती, दूसरे सीजन में ही वाज रनर अप. Rohit Sharma, I mean, we know that he's one of the most accomplished captains when it comes to the IPL. So, big question, man, who's more equipped? Indian cricket team, the experience, or the youth?
One thing, but let's get it very clear. Right now, Rohit is the leader of the Indian cricket team right now, and I'll tell you the reason why. He has been leading in the ODIs. He's been leading in the Test matches. Rohit, when Virat were not playing the T20s because they were focusing on ODIs, so he was clearly appointed as a captain for all formats. Just that वो खेले नहीं है वो फॉर्मेट, खेले इसलिए नहीं क्योंकि ज्यादा फोकस था ओडीआई फॉर्मेट में था. लेकिन उससे भी सबसे बड़ी चीज ये है कि एज अ लीडर व्हेन इट कम्स टू कैप्टनसी इन इंडिया, एज अ लीडर हु कमांड्स द रिस्पेक्ट. एक है कि रोहित ऑब्वियसली कमांड्स द रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ ऑल द प्लेयर्स राइट नाउ. सेकेंडली इफ यू लुकिंग एट हार्दिक ऑब्वियसली गॉट इंजर्ड. दैट इज द बिगेस्ट वरी राइट now, and Shashank will probably add more to it, that Hardik getting injured was the biggest sort of a headache for all the selection committee members, because he got injured in a way while playing in a match in the World Cup, and after that it took a long time for him to come back from recovery. That is one of the biggest worry. कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा लग रहा है कि शिवम दुबे को वापस लाना भी एक कहीं ना कहीं एक बैकअप की तरह से तैयार कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि शिवम दुबे जो है वो टीम में नहीं थे साउथ अफ्रीका सीरीज में. वो ही वाज पार्ट ऑफ द स्क्वाड अगेंस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया, बट ही डिडंट गेट अ सिंगल गेम टू प्ले. देयर आर अराउंड 50 to 55 players who went to South Africa after that Australia series, and Shivam Dube was not part of any of the squad. कहीं नहीं थे. We could have probably expected Shivam Dube to be part of some squad over there, but he was not. Suddenly, when it comes to the Afghanistan T20Is, you see Shivam Dube come back into the team, not just come back into the team, but bat at number 4. And as Shashank said, he doesn't bowl much in the domestic cricket. He is not given much of a bowl in the IPL, but he bowled 2 overs. So kahin na kahin sort of a backup plan has been made. And obviously, if these plans have been made, then it's very clear in which direction the Indian cricket team is going. They're trying to create backups for every position. The other thing that Shashank mentioned was about Yashasvi Jaiswal bowling. We have seen a lot of these youngsters bowling in the nets, and it's been happening for a long time now. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Tilak Verma, Shubman Gill, Rinku Singh, everyone has been bowling. We saw this because there was a need where we were not finding enough batsmen who weren't bowling. It was something which Rohit Sharma mentioned also ahead of the 50 over World Cup, where he said clearly कि हमारे पास वो luxury नहीं है. And since he said it, उसके बाद से जितना हमने देखा है, whatever preparations we have seen, almost every youngster has been bowling in the nets and has been spending enough time bowling in the nets trying to get their bowling right. South Africa में भी हमने देखा कि काफी जो है गेंदें डाली थी, तिलक वर्मा ने गेंदें डाली थी. तो जो कहीं ना कहीं जो है एक पैटर्न आइडेंटिफाई हम कर सकते हैं कि जो प्रॉब्लम्स अराउंड इंडियन टीम है वो कहीं ना कहीं रोहित आइडेंटिफाइड देम, and कहीं ना कहीं a communication has been sent to everyone to basically go and basically follow those kind of advices. So Shank, you must have noticed a lot of this kind of a pattern which has been developing as well.
Yeah, I mean, ever since they started planning for the 50 over World Cup, right from the Asia Cup, where they had that camp in Alur, if you remember, I think there was proper clarity for each of the top order batters, whoever they've kind of identified, to start bowling a lot more in the nets. Obviously, the window and the time frame was too short in that gap from there on for the the team to kind of put that into action. But I think there's been a concerted effort in terms of getting multi-skilled cricketers and ensuring that those who are in the top order bowl a lot more, like Yashasvi Jaiswal, Tilak Verma, for example. We also saw Tilak bowl a few overs in the T20 series against Australia right after the World Cup. So in terms of communicating with the youngsters, I think it's clear that you have to be multi-skilled. You have to bring you have to be able to chip in a few overs with the ball. And similarly, they've also done a lot of work, with the all-rounders. Washington Sundar, for example, another cricketer who's been injury-prone, has been working on his batting a lot. We've seen him do really well in Test cricket whenever he's had opportunities with the bat. Shardul Thakur, they've obviously, backed a lot as an all-rounder who is capable of, contributing crucial runs. So there has been a shift in terms of giving players certain roles and going all out to kind of achieve that.
All right, gentlemen, almost show खत्म करने का time आ गया है, and here's the funny thing. जो वर्ल्ड कप है वो जून में खेला जाना है. We are in January right now, which means that we are 5 months out. ये जो दो T20s हैं, possibly this is where you will see the Indian team, play the T20 format, where you will see Rohit Sharma as captain, and then IPL में Hardik will be captaining Rohit. Considering that, let's just make this just a 30-second debate where I'm giving you 30 seconds. What are the selectors thinking? I mean, with the World Cup in mind. क्या आप Hardik Pandya, the one for the future, उनकी तरफ रुख कर रहे हैं, or are you going in with the experience and the man who has led India at this level for so many years, Rohit Sharma? Shashank, let's start with you. Your 30 seconds on the clock start now.
Rohit is undisputedly the captain. He's been brought in for a specific reason, and I don't see that changing between now and June. Hardik is obviously injury prone, so it's going to be too much of a risk for him to straight away come into the team and take over the reins ahead of a big tournament. That's one thing. Another thing is Rohit, by just concentrating on his batting and not training his energy towards the entire team, and we know that the IPL can be a very draining tournament given the travel, the planning, the strategies involved. I think Rohit has a great opportunity to just focus on his batting and stay away from that mental pressure that can really be taxing over a 2-month tournament and come back refreshed for the World Cup. So Rohit, the undisputed captain going into the T20 World Cup.
Got it, Shashank. Rohan, what's your final word?
Very clear. It's Rohit who is going to be leading for a simple reason that you have seen the coach and Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma coming back for this series. It's a simple reason that they want to plan for what's ahead, and that is the T20 World Cup. We're going to have Rohit leading the Indian team in the World Cup.
I almost thought that Hardik was banging on your door, Rohan, at your answer. I'm just kidding. And with that, I just want to say that आने वाले जो महीने हैं, they're going to be very, very exciting for Indian cricket क्योंकि selectors जो हैं, they have a big question on their hands. Who to captain and who opens for India considering that the big boys are back. लेकिन हमारी बातें जो हैं यहाँ पे चलती रहेंगी. We are going to decode and dissect everything on Follow the Blues live. आज के लिए इतना. But remember, every evening 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time वापस आएंगे हम लेकर Follow the Blues.